You ready? You ready, Toby? I need you to be quiet, okay? Because I'm filming today, all right? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys see by the title down below, today I'm bringing you guys an update live video. Wait, no, update live video? An update live video? Live update, stupid ass. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys see by the title down below, today I'm bringing you guys a live update video, as well as answering some juicy questions that you guys sent in. So with that being said, go get your motherfucking snacks, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Woo! Okay, but first, before I sit down and get all comfortable and everything, baby girl, I gotta make myself some coffee because it's literally 10 in the morning right now, and I'm in the mood for a little iced coffee, so we're gonna make one together. Let me set you guys here. This is how I make my iced coffee. It's literally super simple, and it's like lazy. Okay, first things first, we need a cup, bitch, because if not, where are you gonna put your coffee at? ¿Y tú? Do you already have a snack or no? Bitch, go get a snack. Okay, so we're gonna get some water. Okay. So this is the way I like to do it. So I'm gonna get some water and I'm gonna heat this up in the microwave. And the reason why is because we want our coffee and our sugar to dissolve in that thing, before we put regular ice, cold, liquid in here. Okay, while that's heating up, we're gonna get some ice. Oh, Toby's coming. Y'all, I don't know why Toby thinks that ice is like a whole treat. Every single time we're by the fridge or anything like that and we're getting ice, he always comes. I always give him a little piece of ice and he thinks it's a treat. Watch. Say hi, Toby. All right, catch. Oh, good boy. All right, so in this cup, I am going to add my coffee. And usually whenever I make iced coffee, I like to make it a little bit strong than usual porque obviously with all that ice and everything, it gets a little bit diluted. Y'all hear that shit? He fucking it up. Okay, then we're gonna add some sugar. Okay, we're gonna mix that up. Y'all, I just realized I don't have milk, so we're gonna have to, use a little bit of creamer here. And I actually do have like a little bit of condensed milk, which I feel, not condensed milk, evaporated milk, which I feel like it makes your coffee taste so much better. Like it's so good. Fun, right? Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna add this here. You see that? Trust the process. Okay, so usually I would have just topped it off with some milk, but I don't have any milk, so we're gonna be using some evaporated milk. Yes, I had it in this container because I don't like keeping it in the can. So I'm just gonna top it all the way off. Look at that shit. Show you my little coffee. Okay, look at this. Mr. Barista over here. Little coffee shop wanna hire me. Okay, let's mix it up. Now we're gonna try this and test it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not missing anything, because if it is, I'm gonna get real mad. Oh, bitch. Oh my God. Oh my Lord Jesus, bitch. And this is why I'm married, ho. I was gonna say I'm poco casado, but bitch, I'm already married. Which we'll get into that right now. Fuck yeah. Let's get this fucking video started, bitch. Cheers. Okay, we're just gonna move over here. Toby's, please. I'm in the middle of filming something, sir. Oh, you just want a little bit of love. Okay, fine, my Lord Jesus. Toby's, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. Daddy has to work, okay? I have to film stuff so I can buy your fucking food and your treats, ho. Okay? So can you let me work? Yeah? We can play in a little bit, all right? Okay, so this is gonna be more of a little chill, nice, little cute video. And I actually posted on my Instagram stories that we were filming a YouTube video, to send in some questions. Let's see if you guys did. Nobody sent in nothing, girl. Just kidding, we do have a couple of questions that people just sent in right now. I literally just posted this like 2 minutes ago, so I'm gonna give that some time. But I wanted to give you guys a little live update. But first, let me take a sip. That's delicious. Anyways, as I was saying, so I wanted to give you guys a little live update because I feel like, it's been forever since I posted a video on YouTube. And I know you bitches are gonna be like, oh my God, Felipe, ya cállate los hocico. Like you always say this, you're gonna film for YouTube and then you forget about us and blah, blah, blah. I kind of do. Y'all, it's because life is hard. Like, I'm not able to do everything at once. Like, fuck, like I'm running a whole cake business, cookie business, social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and then YouTube and everything. Like, my Lord Jesus. And I do it all. I don't have a videographer. I don't have an editor. I don't have a fucking, business marketer or something like, that can help me with everything and inventory and customer service and just dealing with everything. Like, baby girl, that's the life of a business owner. So think about it twice before you want to start a fucking business.
A few moments later.
So, not just kidding, but no, I've been really, really busy, to be honest with you guys. I've been super busy because, as most of you guys may know, which is my first little life update that I wanted to give you guys, is I got married. And a lot of people probably didn't know that, and some of you guys did. If you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, then definitely you guys know. You guys know that I've been in a relationship for the past almost 5 years. And Lovey and I decided to, it was the right time, and it was the next step in our lives and everything, We eventually, got this house back in 2024 in July. And, just being here and everything, you guys know that we got Toby, which, by the way, since last time you guys saw Toby's like huge now. Toby's a big ass dog now. But, yeah, we got married and we had a cute little party celebration and everything, something small and intimate here at the house, which is like, our closest friends and family. We were thinking of doing something big. We were thinking of doing something grand in a hall and everything, but we just felt like, right now wasn't like the right time for that. And Lovey and I kind of discussed whether it's kind of like, okay, do we want to have like a big ass wedding and then like have a cute little honeymoon or something? Or do we want to have like a budget ass honeymoon and like fuck the party? Cause bitch, who the fuck has $20,000, $30,000 to spend on a fucking wedding, or even more? Cause weddings are hella expensive, bitch. So, I feel like instead of spending like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a wedding, what if we just like go to like fucking, I don't know, Paris or something, bitch, or like Spain, or I don't know, like, something nice, and like, just enjoy ourselves, But, yeah, I feel like we are still thinking about it, and we shall see, so TBD. But that was my first update that I wanted to give you guys, me getting married with Lovey and everything, and it was just, amazing. And like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, then you guys already know. Oh, can I help you, sir? He wants them so bad. Y'all, Toby, I swear to God, Toby is fucking like food motivated motherfucker. Like, this fucker will literally want to like, he will literally beg you for food. Like, he will stand and sit there and just look at you until you give him a little piece of whatever the fuck it is that you're having. But I can't give you this. If you guys hear a little squeaky sound, it's him with his little toy, so just ignore it. But as I was saying, so us getting married was like a thing that we had already talked about a while back. It's just something that we never like generally like went through with it. And like I said, if you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then you guys definitely know the whole process and the story and everything. Which, let me know if you guys want another video on that. I feel like I could make a whole video, just going in depth with like, how everything happened, what we had in mind, what, the point from point A to point like Z or something. So, yeah, just like let me know if you guys want a video on that. But anyways, another update that I also wanted to give you guys is we have a whole new cake room. So you guys know that whenever we purchased this home, Lovey and I, my plan was to eventually work from home, meaning we were gonna have to move my entire business from my parents' house into my actual new place. And it is something that we had been, having in the works for, since like last year in 2024, like November, December kind of thing. We were like looking into the permits and everything like that, fencing, and just like, things that we had to do here to make sure that we had like an actual good place to be able to work from. And it took longer than expected. Some things were definitely delayed. Some things were definitely taking longer, and I was just kind of annoyed because the original plan was to kind of like start the year 2025 in our new place, because that was the idea that I had. But I didn't realize how long permits take. I didn't realize how long things get to, fucking get approved. So what I did is I ended up converting my entire garage into my bakery. And if you guys want to see a little bit of that, go check out my TikTok, because I did post a little video with the whole process of how we did it, what we did, what we changed, everything that we did. We had to do plumbing, we had to do electrical work, we had to do AC like system work, and todo it. Like, we had to do a lot of stuff, you guys. Keep in mind, the garage, whenever you get a house, a garage has no insulation, no nothing. Like, we had to start from that, tearing down walls, adding insulations. It was a lot. It was a lot that we had to do, and it was definitely very expensive. So that project, took us a while, and we, finally did it. I moved my entire business into my place now, and I feel like it's an amazing thing, because now I get to like wake up, start my morning, do my little routine. But then not just that, it's like, okay, time to work, and then I'll just go to my place, right? Now I don't really have a commute or anything like that. Before I used to, have to drive to my mom's house, which I didn't mind. That's kind of like the only thing that I do miss right now, which is kind of like the driving part. Because I used to see like my mom and my dad or whatever like every day, and now it's kind of like, every here and there, or like unless my mom comes over, to work or anything like that. But it's not that bad, because I still see my parents here and there. So those were like the two biggest updates that I kind of wanted to give you guys. Obviously my marriage is something big, and the fact that I changed my entire cake room to my actual place now, it's something that I kind of wanted to let you guys know here on YouTube in case you guys didn't, follow through on TikTok or, Instagram. Which, by the way, I'm super focused on TikTok and Instagram right now. So if you guys don't follow me there, make sure you guys go follow me so that way you guys don't miss out on anything. But yeah, other than that, I've just been focused on creating content for you guys, keeping the business going. My cakes have literally kept me busy like a long time. And also my cookies, you guys, that is crazy. We just launched our newest like concha cookie pack. And also like, bitch, some of my videos went viral on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook with like over millions and millions of views, which is so crazy. And if you guys don't know what video I'm talking about, I have it pinned on my TikTok. It's that like viral steaming hack video content that I made. So a little background information on this video. So I have been on this hack for a very long time, right? Like I'm talking about years and years and years. And before you guys say, oh, Cake Boss already did that and Cake Boss, you're wrong, baby girl. That thing that you guys are talking about with Cake Boss, that's something that's used on fondant to be able to eliminate that powdered sugar, the cornstarch, and blah, blah, and to make the fondant look glossy. What I did on my video is I was able to change a color from like a light gray or something to like a super rich, dark black color, which is something that has never been done before, which is something that has never been seen before, right? And a lot of people get confused because they see the steamer and they're like, Cake Boss already did that. You're wrong. So yeah, I posted that video without thinking anything of it, with me, with the intention of helping people and everything. So I posted that, and bitch, within like a day or so, like it already had a bunch of views and likes and comments, and people were like, everybody in the cake community, they were like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, holy shit, like this is crazy. I need to try, blah, blah, blah. And I guess my only mistake on that video was not mentioning that I used whipped icing from Sam's Club. And some people tried it with their buttercream and stuff, which for some people it did work, but not as intense as it does with the Sam's whipped icing, right? So then I had some people in the comments that are like, oh my God, I just tried this. This is like a life-saving hack. Thank you so much, Felipe. But then we also had some people in the comments saying like, Felipe, this didn't work for me. What happened? What's wrong? So real quick to clarify, baby girl, the icing that I use on my cakes is from Sam's whipped icing. And I've noticed that it works best on that. Yes, it does work on like buttercream and so on, but it just depends on the recipe. It doesn't really intensify the color that much as it does with the whipped icing from Sam's. So just wanted to put that out there because some people were coming for me, saying that I was lying and shit. But baby girl, I've been using that hack for like years and years and years, since like 2013, 14 kind of thing. So yeah, but other than that, I've just been super busy, with life and everything going on. Keeping up with obviously like, Toby and, just family gathering events and just things like that. We recently had a quinceañera not so long ago, hanging out with friends. And literally, like, I just came back from Austin. We had a little friend group, a little road trip, which I did film, so stay tuned for that vlog. But yeah, like, I've just been trying to, continue the business, continue growing on social media, and just, continue to thrive. So cheers to that, baby girl. Bitch, you never even got a snack. I'm over here drinking a coffee, según yo queriendo ser más healthy vibes. Yikes. It's because Lovey and I agreed that we were gonna at least try to eat better, after coming back from Austin. But it's okay, he doesn't have to know about this. It's not like he's not gonna watch the video, but still. All right, so those were like my most important life updates that I kind of wanted to give you guys. But I was like, I also want to make this video interesting to where like, I can include my Feli friends, my besties. So I ended up posting on Instagram a little filming Q&A thingy, and you guys sent in some questions. Let's see. So with that being said, let's start answering some questions. This one says, what is your biggest pet peeve for Lovey? Yikes. My biggest pet peeve for Lovey would probably be, he says he's not, but Lovey's very OCD. And he's like, and he's probably gonna be watching this video and he's gonna be like, bitch, I'm not OCD, like what the fuck? But he is. Like, I feel like he's like a super clean freak, super organized freak, OCD type of person, which don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being organized and clean, but I feel like Lovey sometimes just takes it to like a different level. Like anything that's like misplaced or anything whatsoever, he'll like literally like start bitching about it. But bitch, sometimes I'm very annoyed or I'm just tired and I'm like, I know, I'm not, don't fuck with me right now, bitch. Like, don't fuck with me. So, I would probably say that. Okay, next question, dice, why don't you go on lives as much as how you used to? Yikes, clock that T. So, let me be honest with you guys real quick. The reason why I don't go live as much as I used to was because I feel like a while back to my early stages from TikTok and everything, I used to be on live a lot more because I used to have like Maria and I used to have like my mom, and we'll be able to like be on TikTok and just kind of like do our thing and blah, 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 blah. So I feel like that's one of the things. I feel like the dynamic definitely changed. And another thing is I feel as of right now in life, I want to focus a little bit more on genuinely trying to push out more content instead of like spending all day on live, you know? I feel like before I used to spend like a pretty good amount of time on live, and although like I'll be working and doing my thing and getting things done, I feel like, yeah, people saw me on live, but then like once I'm off live, like I had no content to post, or I had no time to make content or anything like that. And at the end of the day, like, yeah, you can be on live for so long, but you go on my page and it's like those live videos aren't gonna be there. What's gonna stay there is the content that you post. So that's one thing that I kind of like, you know, want to fix this year, I guess. I do want to go live. I love going live. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love going live and everything. But I want to definitely focus on like posting more content to the point where like if people want to search me up or anything like that, like all my videos will be there. People will be entertained. People can scroll through my page and watch every single thing that I do, whether it's a little bit of baking, a little bit of my life, a little bit of, I don't know, Toby, or, you know, my, whatever the case people want to see, right? Whatever people get entertained by. So I feel like that is the reason why, but don't get me wrong, I do love going live, and I still go live here and there. I try to go live every day, Monday through Friday kind of thing. Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes here and there, I don't know, but for sure, even if it's like an hour or two, I try to go live. And at the end of the day, I'm also very busy. Sometimes there's moments where I have so much work, cakes, cookies, and things like that, that I have to finish. And I feel like sometimes me being on live just kind of takes away from that. Especially because on the live, I have to be like, you know, focus on the live, interacting with you guys, you know, just answering your guys' questions, being focused on my phone. And I feel like when I'm not on live and I have like a lot of work, my mind is just like, boom, work mode, and it's like, boom, 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 and I do everything, you know? So yeah, but I love going live.
6.5 hours later.
Next question. Who's your favorite cousin? I wonder who sent this question in. Baby girl, of course, you, duh. Yikes. Baby girl, you're my favorite cousin. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I mean, not saying any names in case any other cousin watches this and I'm like, yeah, you're my favorite cousin too. Next question. How often do you really want to do it? Yikes. Well, I really want to do it every day, every moment, every second, every hour, every time I have a possibility to do it. I love baking, you know, I love baking, and you dirty ass little girl, I swear to God, you're here probably watching like, damn Felipe, what the fuck? Let's be real, we all know what the question is. So how often? I feel like any time, any moment, you know, when the time's right, when the moment is right, you know, if you're in the mood and you're there, why not, you know? Why not? You just gotta be safe and careful, baby girl. Cause some of you bitches be a little bit too crazy, a little too much, and y'all be doing over here at fucking church and everything. Padre está dando la pinche misa, and you bitches are over here fucking, you know, jumping up and down, bouncing, fucking thinking you're at a Cirque du Soleil or some shit, I don't know. Next question. Will there be any more meet and greets in the near future? Would love to have you come to El Paso soon. To be honest with you guys, I feel like right now in life, you know, at the moment where I'm at in life right now, I feel like right now it's not the best option for me to have like meet and greets. The only reason why I had my first ever meet and greet in Houston to start off with was because it was during a time where a lot of people from Houston were like, hey, you need to have like a pop-up, you need to have a meet and greet, like you need to do this, and like we would love to meet you and try your cakes and so on and so on and so on. Since I'm from Houston, it kind of worked out. It was easy for me, right? And then ever since that one happened, people from San Antonio were like, bitch, what about us? You know, we're from San Antonio, we're not so far away, we're like 3 hours or whatever, like why don't you come, and blah, blah, blah. So that one happened. So far I've only had 2 meet and greets, but I just feel like at this time, it's not the time yet. It's not the right time yet. Stay tuned. Be patient, baby girl. Be patient. Next question. If you didn't do baking, what other passion of interest would you do? I feel like that question is very easy to answer. If I was not into baking, I will definitely have to, you know, be involved in anything that had to do with cameras and television and radio and like being in front of a camera and social media. Toby, you're moving my camera, con la chingada, my Lord Jesus. So yeah, definitely something within like cameras and, you know, media, social media and all of that. Next question. Do you prefer summer or winter, and why? So I actually prefer the winter. I love the cold, and I feel like with the cold, bitch, you can put on like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 jackets and you'll be okay. With the hot, bitch, I can take my shirt and my shorts and everything, my underwear, but bitch, after that, what else am I gonna take off? Me and the heat do not mix well, baby girl. Me and the heat are not friends. Me and the heat hate each other. Once I see the heat coming, bitch, I'm ready to throw some motherfucking hands because I fucking hate it.
A few moments later.
Next question. What's your favorite thing about being a baker? So I feel like my favorite thing about being a baker is the fact that, you know, I'm able to see people's reactions whenever they like pick up their cakes or try our sweets or try anything that we do. I feel like that's like my favorite thing about, you know, being a baker is just that satisfaction that the customer gives you. Next question. Who is the person that usually starts sexy time? So that's actually a really good question. So I feel like it just kind of depends, again, on the time. I feel like sometimes I can initiate, you know, things, and then like Lovey could initiate things. But if I had to choose, it'll probably be me. Next question. This person is asking, have you guys ever used any toys during your, you know what? And if so, what toys? Well, that's getting a little freaky there. So to be honest, no, we've never used any toys whatsoever or anything like that. I feel like we don't really need them. I feel like Levy and I have a good time whenever we're doing our shit and, you know, when we're doing our thing. I feel like, you know, it all works out great. But yes, no toys. Next question. How was your first ever kiss? Yikes! So my first ever kiss was in middle school, and it was in sixth grade. It was in sixth grade. And it happened by the restroom stalls, like the restroom area kind of thing. So me and this girl had been dating for a while now, right? And we were both like super shy. We were both like the shyest people in the entire world. And we would like walk, you know, and I would walk her to her classroom or whatever, you know, like all that stupid little shit, right? So I would walk her to her classes or whatever. And like, yeah, we would hold hands here and there and like, you know, blah, blah. But we never really like kiss like that because, you know, we were like shyness or whatever. And then one day I remember after school, I was walking and we were holding hands, and I don't know what ended up happening, right? She was like, oh, I need to drink some water or some shit like that, right? So we ended up going by the little restroom in the hallway. She was drinking water, and then whenever she came back, we were just holding hands, and I remember like I gave her a hug or something, and then I just went straight for it. Like I ended up giving her a kiss, but it was like a little peck, right? It wasn't like no, you know? But I ended up giving her a little kiss, and she turned fucking like red as fuck, and I turned fucking red as fuck. I ended up getting all fucking shyness and shit. And that was that. That was my first kiss. Yikes. Next question. Felipe, what is your favorite thing about being an influencer? Well, thank you, my loves. I don't consider myself an influencer. I don't consider, you know what, bitch? I do consider myself an influencer because I influence you bitches. I motivate you guys, and you know what, bitch? I am an influencer. What the fuck? So my favorite thing about being an influencer is just being able to motivate you guys to, you know, start a business or to start something in life, to be motivated within life. Even if I make you laugh or forget about your problems or whatever the case is, I feel like that's what does it for me. Some of you guys sent some good questions, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm probably gonna answer like a couple more just because there's a shit ton of questions here. So bitch, this video will be like fucking hours and hours long. But okay, next question says, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? That's a good question, not gonna lie. I would probably say to be able to like see the future or something. I feel like, is that a superpower? I feel like that could be a superpower. Next question. Would you and Lovey ever want to have a threesome? Yikes, my goodness. So Lovey and I sometimes be joking about this, not gonna lie. Sometimes we be joking about, oh, let's have a threesome, let's have this, and you know, do all of this crazy shit. But to be quite honest with you guys, I feel like we would not be able to do that. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, if that works for your relationship and you've done that before, like pop off, you know, you do you, I respect that, period. But I feel like with Lovey and like our dynamic and how we are, I feel like I would be like jealous and Lovey would be jealous too. Like we're both kind of jealous, and I feel like it would not be a good idea. Next question. What is one memory that you remember as a child that you'll never forget? Bitch, that's so deep. Oh my Lord Jesus. One memory as a child that I'll never forget. I would probably have to choose like holiday time with like my family. Back when I was a child, when everybody was, you know, young, and I'm talking about my entire family, cousins, aunts, uncles, and just, we would all like, especially like Thanksgiving or Christmas, we would all hang out at, you know, at some tia's house, and we would all be like so excited to open up gifts and just play. And, you know, back when our childhood was just like, you know, just playing, you know, like being stuck with tablets and all this technology shit that kids nowadays be having. Nowadays, and I feel like I speak for myself and most of our Hispanic Latino culture, Nowadays, I feel like everybody's just in their own world and everybody just does their own thing, and it's just kind of like, all right, great. Like if I see you, I see. If I don't, then oh well. And now like everybody's busy. People are already like, you know, cousins and things like that. They're already having kids, and everybody just has a busy life, and things are not like they used to be before. You know, sometimes within the family there's beef and there's like these problems. Okay, this person doesn't talk to this person because of so on and so on and so on. It just kind of creates that like division that, you know, we did not have as a child, you know. And I don't know if this applies to anybody else's family or at least just mine, but I feel like, you know, I would definitely stick with those childhood memories of, you know, the holidays and just spending time with family. I love that. Bitch, who the fuck asked it? I'm gonna expose your ass. Whose pee-pee is bigger, yours or Lovey? Yikes! I'm definitely not gonna answer that question, baby girl, but I'll leave it up to your imagination. Okay, next question. Why doesn't Maria help you out anymore, and why isn't she on your videos or on your lives? So, I feel like a lot of you guys don't know this, but Maria stopped working with me since last year in like fucking May, June kind of thing, around there. Reason why is because she is over there, you know, playing nurse or whatever. So Maria's, you know, kind of career thingy or whatever changed. She ended up taking a course in phlebotomy, and you know, that's what she's doing now. She works at a clinic, hospital, no, it's a little clinic. She works at a clinic, and you know, that's what she's doing. So pop off on that. But yeah, Maria has not been working with me ever since, and that is the reason why you guys don't really see her on videos on lives anymore, because she's just, you know, not working with me anymore. Next question is, how many times a day can you do it? Yikes, can I do what? Bake? Make cookies? A lot of times a day. Next question, if you were able to collab with somebody, who would it be and why? If I had the opportunity to collab, I would probably say like Louis, Adam, Blessive, Karen and Eddie. Like those are influencers that are like fun and out, you know, outgoing. Not that other influencers are not, you know, but yeah. Or you can also let me know, who do you guys want to see me collab with? Leave it in the comments below, tag them, send them this video, send them this clip, I don't know. Maybe we can make something work, and yeah. But alrighty, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick little life update Q&A situation that we had going on. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what was your favorite part. If you guys have any other video suggestions or anything that you want to see, let me know. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so that way YouTube notifies you when I upload a brand new YouTube video. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.